This is a legal letter of demand that I have issued today, and hard copy has been sent out to YB Dato Sri Wong Soon Kong, his office address. Basically,
His office is ministerial office or?
Minister Office, alright. Basically, Dr. Ding Kyung Chung has appointed my legal firm to act on his behalf to take necessary action, legal action against Dr. Sri Wong Soon Kong. So the first step will be this legal letter, alright. So technically, we are acting for Dr. Ding Kyung Chung, and Dr. Ding Kyung Chung was elected member for State Assembly for Puju State Constituency. He's an active politician, also a medical doctor by profession. Alright, technically there are two English statements that I would like to highlight, alright, which are defamatory of our client. 有意思吗？不够的话可能。
从日本先。
Alright, number one is news reporting titled Chong diverting attention from main issue, that is paragraph 3. At page 5 of the foreign post dated 16th of May 2017, that Dr. Sri Wong Soon Kong has published or caused to publish the following statement. I read, one said, i.e. Dr. Sri Wong, said although Dr. Ding was declared bankrupt in 2012, his name was still in the list of Australian official document as of July 1st, 2016. This is the exact word that he spoke during the press conference. This is a proof that he is a bankrupt. Knowing that Dr. Ding came home just 3 weeks before the state election, meaning he came perhaps sometime in April because election was held in May the 7th. It looked like he never deal with his this financial matter in Australia. Otherwise, when I searched in July 1st, 2016, the bankruptcy register search would not show his name on the list, he said. So this is the English version. And in another Chinese news reporting published at the front page of Xinhua Daily News, dated 16th of May 2017, Dr. Sri Wong Soon Kong have said that, I quoted in Chinese, 他是在2012年被宣判破产，但截至目前，欧洲的官方文件依然显示他在破产名单中。他在周选前3个星期回到沙劳越，意味着他在约4月左右回来。选举是在5月，看来他并没有就破产事宜做出处理，否则为何我做出搜寻的时候，他的名字还在破产名单中？I try to literally translate. This may sound a bit funny, but it's to honor the literal meaning. Alright, he was declared bankrupt in year 2012, but until today, the official documents from Australia is still showing him in bankruptcy list. He came back to Sarawak 3 weeks before the state election. It means he came back sometimes in April. The election was held in May. It seems that he did not deal with the bankrupt matter. If not, why, when I made search, why his name is still in the bankruptcy list? So our legal letter also stated that the English statement and the Chinese statement refer to and were understood to refer to our client, i.e. Dr. Ding. In its natural and ordinary meaning, the English statement and the Chinese statement meant and what was understood to mean that our client was at some point in time and or is still an undisarged bankrupt. Alright. The English statement and the Chinese statement is self-evidently extremely grave and has caused and or is likely to cause serious harm to our client's reputation. Further, in consequence of the publication mentioned above, our client has suffered considerable distress and embarrassment. Alright, so hereby is our demand. Alright, our demand is very simple. Okay, we are instructed and do hereby demand that you to publicly retract the defamatory statements against our client and to render unqualified public apology to our client at our client's satisfaction within 7 days from the date of this letter. the language we shall have a client's instruction to initiate legal action against you, in which case you may be liable for damages and costs. So time is given, 7 days from today, until
Inclusive this date now,
inclusive this day until
29.
next Monday.
29. The last day, 29.
Yes. So, alright. Yes.
What time?
No time. Will be
Until midnight lah.
Until 29. Alright.
Until midnight.
Until 29. Alright.